what you got anything else that you want to get from that? That you want to expound on with the so thy people, that's your brother, that's the people who have been oppressed just like you have. The so-called black man has been nothing but oppressed and crushed forevermore. And we in want of all things from our enemies as well. We in want of all things from our enemies, man. Let me give you that. It says in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. So he was sent against us when we were in Africa. He was sent, and it was called Little Judah, where we were at, in Benin, okay, in Nigeria, okay. So it says, and he was sent to us. You know, there was black men that were Indians, so-called Indians. They were blacks. Yes. They were put into captivity and they were killed and slaughtered. It's your bus, brother? All right, brother. Well, no, hey.
I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm listening.
So it says, it says, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee. And how are we going to serve them? We're going to serve them in hunger and in thirst. Go ahead. And in nakedness and in want of all things. Kwame Asarala. All right, brother. Get into the law, statutes, and commandments. All right. So we're going to serve our enemies in hunger and in thirst. Okay, and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. But that's what happened to our Native American and Aboriginal brothers. Okay, that's what happened with the so-called black man. That's happened with all of us, man. And that's what brings us together. These curses. Okay, like the brother said, through circumstances, what we going through. All right, that's right. That's what's going to bring you to your knees. That's what's going to make you cry out to the Lord, okay? That's what's going to make you cry out to the Lord, all right? Give me James 4:9. You know, Jake always on the run, you know? They always on the run, man. That's all we do. We don't never have no rest for our feet. Let me get that one, too. We don't have no rest for our feet, man. We got our women out here working jobs from morning to night, okay? Brothers out here working jobs morning and night, can't be around their son, teach their son good things. Okay, can't get the devil out of his mind that he picked up at school. Okay. Okay, we think that hey, what the scripture say? We're gonna esteem. What does it say in Isaiah 29:16? You already on the scripture I told you before?
Yeah.
Damn.
Get that one too.
Okay, so Isaiah 29 verse 16.
You got it.
Now I'm gonna get that Deuteronomy.
I got you. 29.
So we don't have no rest for our feet, man. It says in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 66, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night. What you fearing? Oh man, you know my credit mess. I ain't gonna get no house. You know they finna raise up the rent in this apartment man I'm living in. They gentrifying my neighborhood. Okay, they my son he got in some trouble. I gotta go pay all this money for. Listen, man. We going and catching all this hell, and why? Why is it unique to the so-called black man? You know it's unique to us when black people feel like they ain't gotta stop and just say hello to each other. You know it's unique to the so-called black man when you try to avoid each other, no matter if you got a suit on or if your pants is on your ankles. We avoid each other day in and day out. We try to make it seem like, oh yeah, it's because we ain't doing what we supposed to. But guess what? I lived in the chief places of Houston, Texas. Okay, I lived and seen the chief places of Houston, Texas, and we do the same thing in those neighborhoods. We avoid each other. We try to outdo each other. We try to look better than each other. You see it in school. You see it on the basketball court. You see it in these colleges when in front of these professors. Okay, we see it day in and day out. We don't do nothing but tear each other down. So every oppressed people that the so-called white man has destroyed hate each other without cause. And the Bible speaks about that thing. Okay, so it says your life shall hang in doubt, okay, before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night. So-called white man get behind you. He trying to kill you. He trying to kill your son. You got to worry about your son. Your son ain't got no record. Your son is a good son. And then you tell him, don't go out at this time. Oh, that's just how it is. That's the things that you justify the wicked with these silly proverbs. Okay? That's just how it is, son. I'm sorry. I know you got a 4.0 GPA. And I know you want to go out and go from point A to point B at night. But guess what? You can't do that. Why? Because the so-called white man is a damn devil. That's why. Okay? That's why. But nobody, our people hate dominion. Okay, them brothers brought the spirit out, bro. I'm telling you, them brothers got the spirit going, man. Hey, though the Lord pour out adversity and give you the bread of affliction, your teachers shall not be removed into a corner anymore. They killed Malcolm X. They killed Martin Luther King. They killed all of our so-called pro-black leaders, and entertainers. Sam Cooke, all of them. You know, Muhammad Ali, all the people that kept us thinking on a conscious mindset. Now the Lord has brought the perfect bread, right? He brought the perfect word, and our people are avoiding it. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King ain't ready for what Yahawashi, who the world calls Jesus, is about to bring. Our people don't care. I mean, those people ain't ready, and our people don't care. Because your ears are dull of hearing. Well, the Lord finna show you. He finna show you in these last days. I hope that we are the hopeful elect. We hopeful. But I hope that you understand in these last days, man. Okay? But it said the wicked will not understand. So the Lord say that it's good to be quiet in your mind, hoping for the redemption, hoping for this all the wages of the righteous. Okay? Be quiet in that. Don't be going to and fro thinking all this, that, and the other. I'm finna get a business. We got to get another business. Listen, in Black Wall Street, we done more. And the so-called Indians too. You know, Indians wasn't just living in teepees. They had businesses too. They had businesses that they sold and traded with one another. All right? They had all types of things going on in America before the so-called devil. Before the so-called white man came here and destroyed us. Bring it out. What you got?
What he say? The scriptures say, in all thy getting, get an understanding.
Come.
What he say? But the wise shall not, but the foolish shall not understand. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand this thing, man. That means you foolish. You need to get an understanding. Get an understanding in the scriptures.
That's right, brother. It was just say, examine yourself, see if you're doing the faith. But our people don't want to examine themselves because every time they go there, they don't see nothing but blackness and death. Hey, because that's what the Lord say, make yourself clean then. You know you're doing wickedness to make yourself clean. Humble yourself, man. It don't matter if you got a suit. It don't matter if you got your pants around your ankles, sagging, running around here, you know, throwing up gang signs and whatnot. You ain't got no advantage here. So we might as well stop trying to repeat the same foolishness that our people have already done and perfected it. You know? I hope. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You know, I care about my people. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to tear down my people.
That's why we here.
That's right.
We here for our people and our people only.
That's right. Okay? So it says, that's right. Let me go ahead and get that from the top. I ain't even finish it out because that spirit moving, bro. I ain't even finished. It says, and thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have no assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, well, let me go back to, man, where is that? Thou shalt fear day and night, thou shalt have no assurance of thy life. And you know, that's about it on that. But there was another one that I wanted to bring up. Let me see, 62. But go ahead, you got anything you want to add?
I was holding Isaiah 29.
Go ahead and get Isaiah 29, because our people tripping out.
29 and what verse?
16.
16.
Our people are tripping out. They have no understanding of what's going on, okay? They keep esteeming. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 16.
Bring it out.
Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the works say unto him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing that framed of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
That's right. So we sitting here justifying the wicked for reward, okay? We hear the so-called white man say there's no God, we say there's no God. We hear the so-called white man say this is the way to live, this is what make you good, you know, live the American dream, all right? And we dance to that music. We eat that up. We eat that doctrine up. When our people has fell victim to these same practices day in and day out, we've been crushed and oppressed forevermore. This ain't living. What it say? Inner city blues. This ain't living.
This ain't living.
Huh? This ain't living. You put in hey, like the scripture say, you put your money in bags with holes in it. But our people want to justify the so-called white man. Our people want to justify their actions. Lord say if you were only, what he say? If you were only turn from your wicked ways, man.
I will heal that land.
I will heal that. That's right. But we want to sit here and continue to do wickedness and madness, hate our brothers in our heart, in our hearts. We want to see what's going on World Star Hip Hop. right? We don't look at all these godforsaken TV shows, all right? So you can be more like the white man, be more like your oppressor, all right? Man, dude, our people gotta understand, but you know what? Them brothers lifted us up, man, in our spirit, man. You know, because, hey, them brothers gonna go home and look at these things, and they gonna start judging the matter, right? And that's what we meant to do. We meant to, anybody who call themselves righteous, we're gonna see. We're gonna bring out the scripture on them. Something gonna get to them and say, man, you know what? I ain't what I thought I was. Or, you know, this is gonna start spewing out all this wickedness, man. That's what we here to do. We here to uncover that mess, all right? And force examination, okay? Because our brothers don't want to do it. You walk to and fro up and down these sidewalks, not examine yourself, see if you believe truly what these scriptures say. You believe in God? Yeah, I believe in God, my brother. I'm saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Spirit.
Bring it out.
But what happened? You know, you hate your brother in your heart. You trying to vex us. You see the so-called white man, okay, yeah. Hello, Mr. White Man, this, that, and the other. That's the way to live? That ain't life.
This ain't living.
This ain't living. You know, that ain't what it's about. Got anything?
What you want, James 4 and what? I think I started 7.
Yo, I'm gonna get Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 4. Yet the Lord have not given you a heart to perceive, and eyes to see, and ears to hear unto this day. Okay, let's start at verse 3. The great temptations which thine eyes have seen, the signs and those great miracles, yet the Lord hath not given your heart to perceive, and eyes to see, and ears to hear unto this day. All the things that the Lord has done for the people of Israel. The thing, when we look into the scriptures, we see what the Lord has done for the people of Israel. That's how we are. You see brothers standing up that were perceived as thugs, right? Brothers who's perceived as thugs and criminals, and man, he probably got a record, he probably this, that, and the other. Hey, well, the Lord said if you make your hands clean, hey, that's the right thing to go. Humbling yourself, okay? Mourning. We out here mourning. This is mourning.
Your sins be as scarlet.
Yeah, your sins be as scarlet. I will make them white, okay? Many shall be purified. That means that they were not pure before. So you're going to be made purified. So your judgments, you beasts, and people who are doing abominable things like justifying the wicked, who talk against us like that, guess what? You need to examine yourself. You need to sit down and take a long, hard thought on your own, on the things that you have in your mind, the words that you spew out, the swelling words that you put against the people that's doing the righteous act. But you see us out here doing this. We could be out here doing all manner of wickedness and evil, okay? We could be out here doing all manner of wickedness and evil, but we out here bringing the truth. We out here trying to wake up our people, okay? And then what? You got all this evil in your heart. You got all these wicked things to say about us, right? Okay? All these things, this is a miracle. This is what's happening. Our brethren all throughout Babylon are bringing this word out, standing boldly before the face of their oppressors, bringing out the truth, bringing out what's right, all right? The Wisdom of Solomon, you can put it right there. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3.
You want that before James?
Oh, give me James, my bad.
James
chapter 4, verse 9. Our people think we got it. They got it because, man, I got me a job, man. What, can you pass your job down to your kid? Can you pass that on from generation to generation? All right, that ain't living, man. There are some people ain't even been out to the country to see how the so-called white man living in comfort, while we all stacked up on top of each other. It's because we don't want to do what's right, brother. What are you talking about, man? You got many people many so-called black men that's living honorably according to this system of oppression. Many brothers that's living honorably according to the system of oppression, but you want to look at one thing a black man do and say, see, look at our people. But the people that's doing so-called the right thing according to this evil system of oppression, you have no words for them. They
right
go on
side with the accuser.
That's right.
The accuser of the brethren.
That's right. The accuser of the brethren, but the accuser of the brethren is gonna be brought down here very soon. Go ahead.
Book of James, chapter 4. I'll start at verse 7.
All right.
Submit yourselves, therefore, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
That's right. So you resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
Come.
All right. All these different things that we know are destroying our people. All these different things that we know. We say we believe, but we don't follow commandment 1. We don't do nothing according to the scripture. We live like beasts. Okay. And then when trouble comes, we're gonna live by any means necessary, just like we live when there is nothing imminent coming to us. We want to do all types of wickedness just to get one up. Go ahead.
Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you.
That's right. Draw near unto the Most High God, and he will draw near unto you.
Cleanse your hands, ye sinners.
That's right. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners.
And purify your hearts, ye double-minded.
Ye double-minded, living according to this system of oppression that's nothing but vanity. Vanity in the Greek and vanity in the Hebrew means what? Emptiness. Emptiness. Okay? All this stuff is going to be destroyed. It's already been destroyed before your eyes with usury. You know how much vexation that having a car is, man? Oh, you gotta change oil. Oh, man. And you know, most people don't even understand the anatomy of a car. You gotta change certain parts of your where all the pulleys are at. You gotta change that within a certain time. But this system, it builds off of your ignorance. We like to say stuff like that. Yeah, it builds off your ignorance, brother, because we trying to be deep. But the understanding behind it is that the devil is a so-called white man. The people who built
Bring it out.
Is a so-called white man.
Bring it out.
We walk up and down to and fro on this concrete. This ain't natural. So-called white man is
My
making
knees hurting right now standing here,
just
man.
just standing here. They feed you with GMO food, fake food, genetically modified food, man. They destroying the earth. They destroying the atmosphere. They destroying everything, man.
It used to be a good thing to eat. I used to feel like, man, like I couldn't wait to eat, bro. Now I can't wait to find something that I want to eat.
Yeah, it's disgusting, man. All this food. Even in the chemtrails, man. It's like, why? Why? For what? Because they want to destroy the people, because they're not natural. They have the power to do. They had the power to do everything that the scriptures say. If they